Good afternoon, everybody. It's a Sunday, and I'm out here in the woodshed, piddling, working on the small urn. I got the lid hollowed out and got the rim set. I'm gonna try to show you how I got so far. I'm in the final stages of the fitting, and this is the tough part. I got it hollowed out using Forstner bits and then a couple of my gouges. But I still got quite a bit to go down in. Once I get it on, I'm going to shave this part down to where it blends in together. And try to match up where it's going to be. And right there, there is roughly where it all comes together, kinda. But I still gotta take it down a little bit. Probably gonna take it off the rim because it's getting really close to the inside edge here. But once I get that, I can turn these inside out, put it on the jaws. This is my small one, but put it on the jaws like this. Expand the jaws where it holds it. Kind of like a little dovetail thing, and then clean up the bottom, or well, this would be the top, and then the bottom's down here, but clean up the bottom, the non-bowl side. But like I said, it's the touch and go of getting the right diameter, because if I take off a 1/2 millimeter, I'm taking off half all over. So I got to be gentle when I get close, and I'm close because I can get halfway down on it, and it's getting tight, but it's not getting all the way down in here. So that's what we're working on. So, getting the mask on. Probably going to trim down this whole rim some. And that's what we don't want. Because I got a big chip there. So, I'm going to work it some more. Almost. But that is a satisfying sound to hear, and it goes, boop, when it pops off. Let's put a couple little burn lines in. Not a lot. And the burn lines is exactly that, just taking the wire, getting in the groove. Need to make that groove just a little bit more prominent. There we go. Give it a light sanding. Now, I did a 1/2 inch drill bit hole down into there, and I'm going to try, please note keyword, try, now that I got it deep enough to get the, well, I should say wide enough at the opening, be able to get this part of the Jacob's truck in. I do have the lathe at a much lower speed than normal, so let's see what we got going. Still got a good bit of the drill mark in. So, gonna go about another 1/2 inch or so. How much we got left? Right at it. And maybe about an 1/8 inch more. Trying to figure out exactly how deep it is. That's far enough. I have a feeling that hole I put in is going to run up into the head portion. But right now, going to use this, smooth out that one side. It's going to get loud, so I'm going to pause you for a bit, maybe. Still got a little bit of a lip down there. Getting closer. Get a good bit of sanding done. Almost on the rim. Inside's done. I'm going to be switching between sandpaper and scraper. Well, this is actually a skew that I'm using as a scraper. There we go. Didn't take a whole lot. Now when this does get filled with ashes, it will be sealed up, but I'm leaving that up to the family. Actually, I got a knot right here, and it's lining up right there, even though it doesn't look good other ways. That's actually where the lineup is. So I can use this as like a pressure or a jam chuck and work this part out and go from there. I might put a burn line on that one. Not a big one. That's the other part you got to worry about. Line her back up. Use the live center from tailstock. All that's going to do is just hold it on. Not a whole lot to do there. Gonna move the rest up and trim up that line. There it is. Beautiful. Alright, let's shape the head. That actually feels amazing. I'm gonna finish this off. Right now, because I don't want that to really fly off, I'm going to be very, very gentle taking that nub off. Now that's a catch. But since it came off, I'm going to take it over to the stand sander or the drill press where I got a little sandy disc in it, and I'm going to clear that off, so hang on. Alright, we're back, got it sanded down, lined up again. I'm going to take it out so I can show you how I lined it up. If I can, I don't want to drop it. But anyway, right here is the knot, and that's where it went up into this top part. I only took out maybe the width of this little line here to get it done. Now I'm gonna pop the top. Still got a little bit of the base in there, trying to get to where you can see it in the light, but that's easier said than done. But the lid is done. Gonna put this on and expand the jaws to where it's snug but not super tight. I guess you can say that's one good thing about having a fat belly. Wrong way. Also helps if you tighten it up the correct way. Because with this we're actually loosening the jaws, which is widening them, instead of the exact opposite of tightening them. Now I don't want to do any shaping on this portion, just down here, and only down there. So, let's get the mask on and go from there. Actually, let's pull tailstock up for a little bit of support for just a hot second. Hot minute, however you want to say it. big skew to try to line everything up. Before we get much farther, a little bit of sanding. I know it's not the best way to do this, but no. Always got to remember to do it the opposite of what I put it on with. I'm going to take it over with the drill press, sand it out a little bit. I'll bring it back when I'm done. Alright folks, a little bit over an hour, got this little mini urn done. It does pop loose. Well, it's intended to be a little mini urn, but if they want to use it for something else, that's totally up to them. But as easy as I made it, I might make more. And so I was like little things, just knick-knack holders. So if you like it, like, share, subscribe. God bless. Take care. Have a good Easter.